Hello team, I'm here today to help you get started on our first week. We're going to review some important concepts that will help you prepare for the writing assignment and the quiz. So let's get started. So first let's talk about the week one assignment. To find these instructions that you're looking at right here, you need to do the following. You need to navigate to the classroom, and then you need to select the appropriate week. We are in week one. Pay very close attention to the center of the screen. Notice how the image changes. Here we are. These are the week one materials. This, most specifically, is the week one lecture. So, you need to read the lecture, of course. Here it is. This is going to help you to prepare for the writing assignment and the quiz. At the end, you're going to find the reading assignment and, at last, instructions for that writing assignment that we were just looking at. Let's look more closely. You will write me a single paragraph, not two, not three, but one paragraph, and you should explain to me why you have chosen to come back to school. Basically, you are describing your academic and professional goals to me. Then you will submit that assignment as a Microsoft Word document to the appropriate week one Dropbox. In week two, you will submit an improved or revised draft of the week one assignments. So we'll be working on this assignment for 2 weeks. You will need to read my feedback on your assignment because this is going to guide your revision. Let me show you how that's done. The first thing you'll want to do is to click on the gradebook. Then you'll want to select the appropriate assignment. So you click on the score. Then something like this should appear. So, when I return your work and when you submit your work, you'll always be using an attachment. And this little paper icon represents an attachment. So, to open this, you need to select it by clicking on it. And you should receive a message like this that is asking you to select a program that will open the document. So then you'll hit OK, and then the document will appear. And then when the document does appear, you need to read the contents carefully. These are my comments. This is my feedback to you. I will point out weakness, and I will explain how corrections or improvements might be made. So very important that you're reviewing my feedback each week. I'm looking forward to learning more about you, so this is an exciting assignment for me. I get to find out why you're here and what your long-term goals are. So, yay! This is the grading rubric I will use to assess your work, to evaluate your first assignment. You can study this on your own time, but I just want you to be aware that I'll always post a grading rubric for your review. And it's very, 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 very helpful if students review this in advance before they complete their work. It can help guide your efforts as you complete your assignment. So review it before you complete your work, and then again right after, before you submit it for grading. It'll help you to avoid penalties and such. Moving right along, the next assignment I'd like to discuss is the week one quiz. Now there are 3 things you should review before you take the quiz, and this can be done by completing the lecture and also by reading the various reading materials that are identified this week. So, 3 things you want to pay close attention to: writing 3-pronged thesis statements, run-on sentences, and writing effective paragraphs. These concepts should not be new to you. These should be things that you have encountered previously in other writing courses. So, again, this slide demonstrates how closely the reading materials are related to the quiz. Here are the topics for the quiz at the top here. And then you can match the topics from the reading assignment to the quiz topics. So the reading materials are always there to help you complete assignments. And you're going to find that they're closely related each week. Now, let's look at these individual topics. A three-pronged thesis statement. What in the world are these prongs we speak of? Let's look. So, a thesis statement is a sentence found in the introductory paragraph, the first paragraph of the essay. It should, one, identify the focus of the essay, and two, it should preview the main ideas found in the body of the essay. And it should preview them in the same exact order that they will appear in the body of the essay. In this way, your thesis statement outlines your ideas, or it previews the structure of the body of your essay, those main ideas that you've included to support your thesis. Let's look at a sample thesis. Snickers and Twix are both popular candy bars, but Snickers is made with a greater number of ingredients, has greater nutritional value, and also enjoys a much longer history. What's the focus? The focus is a comparison of a Snickers bar to a Twix bar. What are my main ideas? What are the three prongs? Ingredients, nutritional value, and history. These are the specific comparisons that will be made in the body of the essay. And looking at this thesis, the reader knows exactly what order these ideas will appear in. First paragraph in the body will inspect ingredients. The second body paragraph will explore nutritional value. And then the third body paragraph will review the history for each of these candy bars. So that's what we mean by a three-pronged thesis statement. The three prongs should relate to the main ideas. You could have a four-pronged thesis statement or a five-prong or even greater number than that. So main idea here is that you need to identify the focus, and then you also need to preview the main ideas. Now this is going to be true for every writing assignment, and you're going to be quizzed this week on this specific topic. So important information. Yeah, you may want to listen to this recording more than once. Hint, hint. The next idea I'd like to explore, run-on sentences. This is a very, would it be appropriate to call it a popular mistake? It's a mistake I see many times in student writing. So, let's review. I went to the store to buy ingredients for chocolate chip cookies that I planned to make for my best friend's birthday, but I forgot to buy eggs. Now I must return to the store before I can make the cookies and I find that to be very frustrating. Whew. There are a lot of words in that sentence, and it is and I accidentally said sentences because that's what it is. It's multiple ideas. It's multiple sentences. So we need to break it down. We need to make a correction, and we do that by adding punctuation, generally. So, here's the correction I offer. We insert a comma here. I went to the store to buy ingredients for the chocolate chip cookies that I plan to make for my best friend's birthday. Comma, followed by the conjunction but. I forgot to buy the eggs. Period or semicolon. Here's a new sentence, depending on how you punctuate it. It's actually a new independent clause. Would be more appropriate to say. Now, comma, I must return to the store before I can make the cookies, comma, and I find that to be very frustrating. What I've done here is I've separated out the independent clauses that are joined to form the single sentence. Now, what you want to remember when you're joining sentences like this is it's usually done with conjunctions. But, and. You can remember the conjunctions by using fanboys, F-A-N-B-O-Y-S, for and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And these little words, these conjunctions are used to join independent clauses and form complex and compound sentences. So, Very important that you remember that these exist. I do want to point out that these handy dandy conjunctions should be in the middle of the sentence. They should not be at the beginning because they join ideas. So it's sort of inappropriate to find one of these at the beginning. What else do I want to point out here? Yes. The conjunction always generally will come before the comma. Notice that here. We have but, comma comes before it. We have the word and. The comma comes in advance of the conjunction. So that's an important point to note. And then also, how do we identify these independent clauses? They will always have both a subject and a verb. I, subject, went, verb. I, subject, forgot, verb. I, subject, must return, verb. I, subject, find, verb. So this is how we identify these independent clauses and add our punctuation. The final topic that I'd like to review is writing effective paragraphs. I want to remind you that an effective paragraph will always begin with a topic sentence. This is the first sentence of the paragraph, and it should introduce that paragraph's main idea, which leads me to my second point. An effective paragraph will always have one focus, only one main idea. It should contain at least 3 or 4, sometimes even more than that. Really, it's quite common to find paragraphs of 5, of 6, of 8, of 10 sentences. So make sure your paragraphs are well developed, that you're including plenty of detail. Also make sure that you use transitional words and phrases. Therefore, however, for example, first, lastly. These words demonstrate the relationship shared between our ideas. So using transitional words and phrases helps the reader to understand how our ideas are connected within that paragraph. Now finally, you want to make sure that you include a statement that brings the paragraph to a satisfying close. And this, of course, should come at the end. That concludes my week 1 tutorial. I hope you found this to be instructional and helpful. If you have any questions, of course, I hope that you will contact me. The quickest way to receive a response or to get information is to phone me. I welcome you to do that. In fact, it makes me very happy when students phone me because we can have a conversation about these topics, and I guarantee that you will benefit from that. If the reading is difficult for you, we can always review it together. If you need some tutoring, I'm happy to supply that. But you must ask. I don't know when students need help unless they tell me. All right, that will bring things to a close. Have a great week 1. I hope you all earn 100% on all assignments this week. And please don't forget to post your first message to the discussion board by Wednesday and participate on 3 separate days by the end of the week. Let's make it a great one. That's all for now. Goodbye.